Okay, so imagine this. You're at the coffee shop, right?
Hmm.
And you're about to pay for your pastry. You know, the one you've been eyeing all morning.
Yeah, yeah.
So you grab your phone, you open your digital wallet, and boom, you complete blank on the password.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like suddenly your brain is just a swirling void of forgotten numbers and letters.
It's that dreaded digital amnesia. We've all been there.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got like a line forming behind you and that impatient barista tapping their fingers.
Right, like you can feel the pressure mounting.
Exactly. And it's not just those little everyday annoyances. Either think about something like a crypto wallet.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other level of stress.
Right. If you get locked out of that, I mean, the recovery process can be an absolute nightmare.
Time-consuming, super stressful, not to mention the potential financial hit you could take.
It's crazy because it feels like these days we're just drowning in a sea of passwords.
It's overwhelming, for sure.
I mean, the average person has over 100 passwords to remember.
I've definitely lost count of mine.
Right. And because of that, it's no surprise that 51% of people are taking that risky shortcut of reusing the same password for multiple accounts.
It's like using the same key for your house, your car, and your safety deposit box. Not the smartest move.
Definitely not. And it's not just a personal headache either. Businesses are paying a hefty price for password problems, too.
Oh, yeah. They're shelling out something like $70 billion annually dealing with password-related issues.
That's insane. And that covers everything from IT support to cleaning up after breaches to lost productivity.
It's a massive problem.
But here's where things get really interesting. What if we could ditch those password nightmares altogether?
No, that would be a game changer.
Right. That's the exciting potential of AI in our digital wallets.
Imagine a world where your phone just knows it's you seamlessly and securely without any need to remember complex strings of characters.
That's the future we're diving into today. How AI is revolutionizing digital wallet security and moving us beyond the inherent vulnerabilities of traditional passwords.
Get ready for an eye-opening discussion, folks.
We've got some incredible real-world examples and insights to share, so buckle up and welcome to Zana AI.
I'm excited to unpack all of this with you.
Today, we're zeroing in on how AI is reshaping the security landscape of our digital wallets.
It's about taking things way beyond those old-school passwords.
Yeah, think of it this way. Passwords are like those flimsy old bike locks.
The ones that a thief can just snip through in seconds.
Exactly, but AI is like having a super smart, always-on personal bodyguard.
Right, someone who knows your every move and can spot trouble brewing from miles away.
Speaking of security vulnerabilities, I had a pretty crazy experience last year with crypto security.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though I was using two-factor authentication.
I think you've mentioned this before. It's a great example of how even those supposedly secure methods can fail.
Yeah, well, I ended up losing about $12,000 worth of crypto.
Wow.
I had two-factor enabled everything you're supposed to do.
You would think that would be enough.
Right, but the hackers somehow managed to intercept the text message with the verification code.
So they got into your phone.
Pretty much. It was like watching my money just vanish into thin air.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
The recovery process was a complete nightmare, and honestly, I never got it back.
It makes you wonder how secure any of this really is.
Exactly. It really shook my faith in those traditional security methods.
I can imagine. And you had another close call recently too, right? With a regular banking app.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, honestly.
What happened?
Well, I was testing an old bank app on a spare phone,
Okay.
and I realized I was still using a super simple password.
One of those easy to guess ones?
Yeah, something like Lil123 was involved.
Oh, no.
I know, right? So I was pretty shocked when I saw a login attempt from halfway across the world.
Yikes, that's scary.
I know luckily their security flagged it as suspicious,
Hmm.
but it was a stark reminder of how easily a weak password can be cracked.
It's a good thing they caught it.
It really is, and the crazy thing is these aren't just isolated incidents.
Oh, no, not at all.
The stats are actually pretty alarming. A whopping 81% of data breaches can be traced back to weak, stolen, or reused passwords.
That's a huge number.
It is. And for individuals like us, the cost of those breaches can be significant.
What's the average cost?
Something like $700-800 and nearly 200 hours to resolve.
Wow, that's like almost a month of full-time work just dealing with the fallout.
It's ridiculous, and it feels like we're stuck in this catch-22 situation.
How so?
Or we're told to create these super complex, unique passwords for everything.
Right. Long strings of random characters, numbers, symbols, the works.
Exactly. But who can honestly remember all that?
No one, our brains just aren't wired for it.
Exactly. So we either end up picking easy-to-guess passwords or reusing the same one over and over.
And both of those options leave us incredibly vulnerable.
It's a no-win situation.
Even two-factor authentication, which was supposed to be this big step up in security, is showing its cracks.
In what way?
Well, sophisticated attacks like SIM swapping are on the rise.
SIM swapping. I haven't heard of that.
It's where criminals trick your mobile carrier into transferring your phone number to their device.
Oh, wow.
And once they have your number, they can intercept those crucial verification codes.
So two-factor isn't as foolproof as we thought.
Sadly not. And we saw a massive 400% increase in SIM swapping incidents just last year.
That's unsettling. So if traditional passwords and even two-factor aren't the ultimate answer, what is?
That's where AI steps in and offers a whole new approach to digital wallet security.
It's not about remembering something anymore. It's about the system recognizing us.
In a much smarter and dynamic way.
Right. And there are 3 key areas where AI is making a real impact.
Can you walk us through them?
Absolutely. So first up, we have behavioral biometrics.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of is. AI algorithms learn your individual patterns.
Like what kind of pattern?
Everything, how you type, the pressure you use on the screen, how you hold your phone, how fast you scroll.
Wow, so it's basically analyzing my digital habits.
Precisely. And all those little habits, when combined, create a unique digital fingerprint.
That's incredibly hard for someone else to replicate.
Even if someone stole your phone and knew your password.
Right, they wouldn't type or interact with it exactly the way you do.
Exact. Are there any companies actually using this technology?
Oh, absolutely. The Royal Bank of Scotland saw a huge drop in fraud after implementing behavioral biometrics.
How much of a drop?
A massive 73%.
That's incredible. How does their system work?
Their AI analyzes over 2,000 behavioral factors every second you're using their banking app.
2,000 factors a second. That's mind-blowing.
It's constantly learning and adapting to your unique way of interacting with your device.
It's like having an invisible security guard constantly watching over your shoulder.
In a good way, of course.
Okay, so that's behavioral biometrics. What's next?
Next, we have contextual authentication.
This sounds like it's all about where and when we're trying to access our wallets.
AI analyzes clues like your location, the device you're using, the time of day, your network connection.
So it's building a profile of my normal behavior.
Exactly. And if something deviates from that norm, it raises a red flag.
So let's say I usually check my bank balance from my couch in the evenings.
Right.
And suddenly there's a login attempt from a different country at 3 a.m.
The AI would definitely pick up on that.
And would it block the login outright?
Maybe not immediately, but it would likely trigger an extra layer of verification.
Like a fingerprint scan or a one-time code.
Right, something to make sure it's really you.
That's really smart. Are there any real-world examples of this?
Absolutely. HSBC, a global bank, handles millions of transactions daily.
I can imagine.
And they use contextual data extensively.
With good results, I hope.
They've seen a 63% reduction in false alarms.
Meaning fewer legitimate transactions are mistakenly flagged.
Precisely. And they've also increased their fraud detection rate by 50%.
That's impressive. So it's about striking that balance between security and convenience.
Exactly. You want to protect users without making things too difficult for them.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've covered behavioral biometrics and contextual authentication. What's the third piece of the AI puzzle?
That would be predictive fraud detection.
It sounds like AI is trying to think like the criminals here.
That's a good way to put it. AI analyzes massive amounts of data to spot subtle patterns that might indicate fraud.
So it's not just reacting to suspicious activity, it's trying to predict it before it even happens.
Exactly. It's like having a crystal ball that can foresee potential threats.
Can you give us an example of what kind of patterns it might look for?
Sure. So imagine a bunch of small, unusual purchases happening really quickly.
Or maybe a sudden change in my spending habits.
Precisely things that might slip past a human analyst, especially when dealing with millions of transactions.
But AI can pick up on those subtle clues.
Right, and flag them for further investigation.
Are there any companies using this successfully?
MasterCard is a great example. They process a staggering number of transactions every year.
How many are we talking?
Something like 75 billion annually.
That's insane, and they're using AI to prevent fraud.
Yeah, in 2022 alone, they saved an estimated $20 billion by using AI to spot these subtle patterns of fraud.
That's incredible. It really highlights the power of AI in protecting our finances.
And it's not just a futuristic concept. It's happening right now and making a tangible difference.
And this isn't just limited to traditional banking, right? We're seeing these advancements in the crypto world, too.
Absolutely. Companies like Fireblocks, BitGo, and Gemini are all leveraging AI for security.
How are they using it?
They're constantly monitoring user behavior and blockchain activity, looking for anything out of the ordinary.
I imagine that's especially important in the crypto space, which is often targeted by hackers.
Definitely. Gemini, for example, saw a massive 98% drop in attempted hacks after implementing AI security measures.
98%, that's huge.
It is, and they haven't had any successful breaches in over 18 months.
That's a testament to the effectiveness of AI in preventing cybercrime.
Definitely. And we're seeing similar success stories in traditional banking as well.
Like who?
JP Morgan Chase is using AI to analyze all sorts of things.
Like what?
How people hold their phones, their typing speed, even the pressure they apply to the screen.
Really?
Yeah, it's all about creating a unique behavioral profile.
And has this approach been effective?
Incredibly, they've seen a 91% reduction in account takeovers.
Wow, that's a massive improvement.
And it's not just about security. They've also seen transactions processed 72% faster and 47% fewer customers getting locked out of their accounts.
So it's making things more convenient for users too.
That's the beauty of AI-powered security. It's not just about preventing bad things from happening.
It's also about making the whole experience smoother and less frustrating.
Exactly. Payment processors like Visa are also in on the action.
How so?
They're using AI to analyze over 500 factors for each transaction, and they do it in milliseconds.
Wow, that's impressive.
It allows them to keep fraud rates incredibly low,
How low?
around 0.1% of their total transaction volume.
That's amazing. And all of this is happening behind the scenes without us even realizing it.
Right. It's a layered, intelligent approach to security, constantly learning and adapting.
It's like having an army of invisible security experts working around the clock.
Protecting our digital wallets from all angles.
And this isn't just about stopping fraud. It's also about improving the user experience.
Exactly. We're less likely to get locked out or have legitimate transactions flagged as suspicious.
Which means fewer calls to customer support.
Bank of America actually reported a 43% reduction in support calls related to login issues after implementing AI-powered authentication.
That's a significant improvement. It's like AI is taking the friction out of security.
Making it less of a chore and more of a seamless experience.
It's pretty exciting stuff. It makes you wonder, if you could design your ideal digital wallet with AI at its core, what features would you prioritize?
That's a great question. Would you go for the personal touch of behavioral biometrics, the situational awareness of contextual checks, or the predictive power of fraud detection?
I think I'd lean towards the predictive aspect. I love the idea of the system anticipating and stopping threats before they even impact me.
I can see the appeal of that, but the real magic happens when you combine all these AI capabilities.
Right. It's the synergy of those different approaches that creates a truly robust security system.
Couldn't agree more.
And speaking of feeling secure, here's a quote from legendary security expert Kevin Mitnick. He once said, "The weakest link in security is the human. AI is here to fix that."
That's so true. Human error has always been the biggest vulnerability.
Whether it's weak passwords falling for phishing scams or just plain forgetfulness.
AI can step in and take some of that burden off of us.
And make security less intrusive and more user-friendly.
Definitely. Did you know that a whopping 92% of people have abandoned an online purchase because they couldn't remember their password?
Wow, that's a huge number.
It is, and it shows how much friction traditional passwords create.
AI has the potential to change all of that.
And what we're seeing today is just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm excited to see where things go from here.
Me too. In the future, we can expect even more advanced AI features.
Like what?
Things like quantum-proof encryption to safeguard against future threats.
That sounds intense.
Seamless communication between different wallet apps.
So no more juggling multiple logins.
And even AI that analyzes your spending patterns to offer personalized financial advice.
That's incredible. The future of digital wallets is looking very bright.
Definitely. And the benefits extend to businesses too.
You mean beyond just protecting their customers?
Right. AI-powered security can also protect their bottom line.
And build trust with their users.
Absolutely. Companies like HSBC have reported a 76% reduction in fraud after implementing AI solutions.
Those are impressive numbers.
It shows that AI is a win-win for everyone involved.
Now we want to hear from you, our listeners. Have you ever experienced a password disaster?
We've all been there.
Maybe you got locked out of an important account, or even worse, had your money compromised?
It's always good to learn from each other's experiences.
Share your stories in the comments below.
Let's build a community where we can discuss these issues and explore the exciting advancements in AI-powered security.
And to recap today's deep dive, we explored 3 key ways AI is transforming digital wallet security.
First, we have behavioral biometrics, which recognizes you based on your unique interaction patterns.
Then there's contextual authentication, which understands your typical usage habits and flags anything suspicious.
And finally, we have predictive detection, which uses AI to proactively identify and prevent fraud.
And we've seen real-world examples of these technologies in action.
Like Gemini's incredible drop in hack attempts, JP Morgan's impressive account safety improvements, and Visa's super efficient fraud checks.
AI is making our digital wallets more secure, easier to use, and definitely less stressful.
It's a win-win-win.
The key takeaway is that AI can understand and protect us based on our individual behaviors and characteristics.
Which means we can finally move away from those cumbersome and often forgotten passwords.
We'd love for you to join the Zana AI community.
We're all about exploring the fascinating world of AI together.
If you found today's deep dive insightful, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and leave a comment below.
We're eager to hear your thoughts.
And let us know which of those dream AI wallet features you found most intriguing.
Was it behavioral biometrics, contextual checks, or predictive powers?
We're curious to know.
And on a lighter note, to wrap things up, why did the password go to therapy?
I don't know why.
Because it couldn't handle the pressure.
Well, that's a good one.
Thankfully, AI is stepping in to alleviate some of that pressure for all of us.
Absolutely. And on a serious note, take a look at your current digital wallet apps.
Many of them already have AI-powered security features like fingerprint or facial recognition and behavioral analysis.
Enabling these options can give you an extra layer of protection.
It's a small step that can make a big difference in your digital security.
It's definitely worth taking the time to do it.
Be proactive and embrace these advancements.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
We hope you found it informative and empowering.
Join us next time as we continue to explore the incredible world of artificial intelligence.
We've got lots more exciting topics to cover.
Until then, stay safe and stay smart.
Goodbye. For now, be secure and keep learning.
We'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye.